Hi, sweethearts. So, we're doing a reading, of course. This collective, you're not doing something. And you're constantly. Because I'm doing this right now. So, yeah, okay. The beginning first, which is the story has to fit. Hi. The story has to fit. For my readings, for this to be your reading, your collective. However, if the story does not fit, also the details can vary. Of course, like the details of it, you will know if should be slightly different than what I phrase them for you personally. But the story still fits. And that's important because if not, then this is, again, not your collective. However, there might still be a message in here if you clicked on this and you felt called to check it out. But, like a more general thing, right? But for this right collective, everything is ready for you to do something, and I am not sure what it is, but I was just saying everything that I do, like the readings that I do, they have some aspect of like love in it. It's love reading one way or another. But I'm not sure where the focus is for this collective or what's going on in your life. But I'm seeing the Two of Wands in my head, which is, you're ready, you're standing there, ready to take that first step into some sort of like adventure. So it's something that's new. But the thing is, everything is ready for you. But you're just not doing it. And it's like you're checking if everything truthfully is perfectly as it should be. I'm talking about like around me, for example. What I've been doing here is, and I've also gotten very easily distracted, which is, I have ADHD. I get distracted. I know that, but this felt slightly different. I just didn't want to push the button of record right now. And there was no good reason for not doing it. Like, there was literally no good reason. And I was doing like checking different tasks when it comes to like Celestial and Satiti and all of that. And I was willfully getting distracted, and I had to check that everything was going, like, running smoothly. It's like, I don't want to say buying time, because that's not what it felt like. It was just, it's some sort of excitement. It's not actually negative. It's just that I'm sensing it's not negative. It's just because yesterday's reading, that was heavy. Like, that was a heavy energy. But this is more of exciting energy. It's almost like getting that fiery spark lit up again in your soul. It's very beautiful, actually. But this is the exact same feeling that I am interpreting. So this collective, I'm probably saying this for a reason, but I am interpreting this feeling as positive, as, being excited for something. But the thing is, this feeling can easily be mistaken for anxiousness or like nervous. I mean, they kind of go together hand in hand, but it's all about how you interpret it. So for this right collective, you might be going in and out between, because I really didn't want to push the button, and there was genuinely no good reason. I didn't want to press record. But it's not because I didn't want to, but it felt like it just has to be perfect. It just has to be perfect first before I can do it. Perfect. I have to be very sure that everything is aligned and nothing will like disturb me, and I won't have to like, I don't know. It was weird. So that this is an important aspect. Wait one sec. We're going for these. Oh wait, I promised to do something. Yeah, okay. We're gonna do it. Let's see, so that you don't have to... Oh, this is going to be weird for me though. I'm just going to do it so that you guys can... Where do I do that? Is it this one? Oh, wow. Hi, here I am. This is me. I came into this world so wild and free. Wow, this is weird. I'm like... flipped. This is so strange. Anyway, we're gonna do that, so... But now I'm like looking over there and I should be looking over here, and it's like, this is odd for me. Oh my god, this is so weird. I'm like, do I like this at all? I don't like being flipped. Okay, but anyways, if I do this, now you can actually see my cards. Okay, so it's worth it though. I suppose. You know what, we're just gonna go with it. Do I need to move my camera? Because this is so weird for me. And now I'm back at it. Now I'm back at it. Like, there's always something more that I should be doing and then that I'm not doing. And then I'm distracted. Instead of just doing the reading. So, okay, we're going to do the reading. Just, okay, bear with me. First card for this collective. We're getting something from this rose deck. It's really beautiful, actually. But I rarely use them, ever. I bought them because I love roses, and also they had a very beautiful color. Oh, the bloom. Oh, look at that. Creation realized. It's right time. Harvest and celebrate. Just push the record button, basically. God, it's like, it's not at all. No, because it doesn't auto adjust. That's not amazing. It's because if it does when I do the cards, then it'll constantly go back and forth, which isn't amazing. But it says the bloom. If I go all the way up, can you see it then? No, it's just like very grainy. Poor you guys. Eh, it is what it is. This is a flower and it's blooming. Nice. That's amazing for this collective. Okay, let's see what else you're getting. You're blooming, or at least it's your creations, they are realized, and it is right time. Start harvesting. Just do the thing. God damn. Okay, no, I can't look at myself. I use my own eyeline. Like, not eyeliner, but my eyeline to, like, speak to something. I am going to have to start focusing on something else. Oh, maybe Mr. Donkey. Not Donkey. He's a monkey. I was going to say Mr. Monkey. Hit this one. Here. My brother made it for me. He 3D printed it. Has my name and my birth date and everything. It's so cute. It's because I'm born in the year of the monkey in Chinese astrology. I am a water monkey. So, I'm going to put you up there. You can be my eyesight if you want. When I did auditions and stuff, like castings, I had a dedicated cactus. Like, it was a very good cactus. I can't put it up there. What if you stand over here? Kinda, I think. I could look at it over there. Does this work for you guys? If I look at that one? I don't know. I can't use my own eyeline, whatever thing now. Ugh. We'll see if it works. No, it doesn't work. Okay, but we have done the bloom at least. Again, it's just fidgeting. Like, it's just stalling. Sorry, but this is very heavy in this collective. You're stalling for not for time even. It's just like everything has to be perfect. And there's this like, because it's excitement, but it is nervousness. But it is the right time, and you could start harvesting something. But let's check what's the right time, what it is the right time for. I want to, ooh, yes, let's take these. Haha. I don't think I have used these on any reading except for with myself. These are gorgeous. and they are like these little cat cards. You're supposed to be pulling one from each sort of thing. I don't do that, of course. I just do whatever I want. So, and they're so gorgeous. I mean, okay, look at this. Look at this. It's so cute. Where is the other one though? Because there are 3 different ones. Well, I know there are 3 different ones. Come on, show them to me. Give it to me, baby. Well, maybe they don't actually showcase as different on the back then. I don't know. Maybe not. Why are some of these turned around? You're not supposed to be. I'll read you guys turned around. Unless I decide to. Which I can. But I didn't right now, at the very least. No? Okay. So, it's just these. But look at this. Oh, look. He has like a cool thing. Like wings. But not actually. And then over here, they're like floating. There's a cat and there's a woman, and this is just a mechanical cat, which is really cool. I got them for Christmas. I love them. Okay. Let's see. No, I messed up everything. Oh, that's why some of them were turned around. Quite likely. I couldn't place them. Okay, let's see. What do you guys have to add for this collective? So we're talking about like the right time for something. Okay, it landed there. We want to stay there, so it's going to stay there. Let's see. What is the right time for? Like, is there anything more to add to it? Oh my god. We got 2 cards for now. First card is dreaming. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at this. You got this cute little cat, and it says something in Chinese. I think it's Chinese and not Japanese. I can't read that, sadly. But how gorgeous is that? I'm going to find the booklet for it, of course. But let's see what the other one was as well. Oh, dreaming and cuddling. It's always time for cuddling. I was just checking out on Twitch. Someone, oh, I don't remember what she was called. But that was also Celestial. So it was Celestial something. And I was like, oh my god, her name is somewhat the same as mine. And so I know you have great taste already, right? And so I went in that, and it was so gorgeous. The whole stream thing was so gorgeous. I don't remember her name. I follow her. I'm not sure if you guys can see who I follow, but I follow her, and she was playing Little Witch in the Wood, which is a game that I love, and I really wanted to go back and play it again. But I wanted to do it on stream if I were supposed to be doing it, and so I was doing recon. But her streaming layout and everything, it was gorgeous. But my point is this, though. That was part of my distraction. But my point is this. There was something about cuddling. There was like, because I was just looking through chat and like, of course, giving her a follow because gorgeous, her whole entire thing. But there was something about cuddling in the chat. And I remember noticing that. So that's like, oh, look at that. It's also the female symbol. And something about a fairy. Oh, you can't see it so well, or at all, perhaps. It's like the cat, the white cat, it has like a symbol on its head, hair on its forehead. It's the symbol for feminine, not woman. Well, maybe it is woman, but it's feminine anyways, so we're gonna go for that. Anywho, let's go for this. So we have cuddling and dreaming. It's a bit hard to find the stuffs in this one, I think. But that's okay. Let's see. Embrace. Nope, that's not what it was, but it was number 1. But it was cuddling. And then we have also... Oh, but maybe it was that one. I'm not sure. Give me 1 sec. Because there's like, you know, there's different cards in here. There's something that there are season cards, and then there are also something that's called attitude cards. And then there's bad translation going on as well, so that's like yeah. Okay. Anywho, we got the card dreaming, so I'm gonna read that one. Gorgeous little thing. Dream. the action is to imagine. Matching suggestion is follow your intuition. Okay, I'm just gonna read it. Your subconscious knows how to find the way. All you need to do is trust the whispers of your subconscious in your dreams. Embrace the inner symbols, listen to your intuition, and allow yourself to accept the impressions of the heart. At the threshold, the balance benchmark you set At the threshold, the balance benchmark you set should go beyond the superficial, such as conversing with your ancestors, talking to ghosts, and engaging with the darkness. What? I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, give me one sec here. At the threshold. Okay, embrace the inner symbols and listen to your intuition and allow yourself to accept the impressions of your heart. Yes. And at the threshold, the balance benchmark you set should go beyond the superficial. Such as, which means here we are now providing you some examples of the superficial, one would think. But honestly, conversing with your ancestors and talking to ghosts and engaging with the darkness seems to me to be the opposite, so we're gonna go for that. And also, this is like, well, we all need hobbies, okay? And who am I to talk? So, okay, let's see. Play in the shadows. Oh, that's actually fun, that can be. You can tickle the inner child and enchant the ancient elder within your psyche. The sky is as infinite as the depth of your soul. Your dreams care not for the decorative traps of the material world. No. In dreams, you are free. Allow yourself to fly. Follow the intuition of your imagination. Start dreaming both while awake and asleep. It's not difficult to retrieve information you thought was lost. You need to pour water into the deep well and irrigate its inner holes. Cats often look left and right. Like them, you can understand past, present, and future things by tracing back to know yourself. Know thyself, or something like that. Cats often dream while awake, preferably in the hypnotic sunlight of light and triangles. It's the translation, okay. Follow the sun to discover the white moonlight in your heart. This is very poetic. This probably makes so much sense in Chinese. But I still love it though. Okay, but yes, follow your inner sun. No, follow the sun to discover the white moonlight in your heart. Let the warmth of the sun and fantasies lull you into a dreamland. You may often doze off and curl up in delight, but when you embark on a journey of inner self-searching and awake dreaming, warmth can carry you beyond your present existence before turning dreams into reality. Explore all fantasies in the dream realm first. Test the waters, start experiments, engage in play, and immerse yourself deeply. Yeah, that's a long roundabout way of saying, guys, you create your own reality and you get to decide, you know? And it's the right time to do that now. But we also got this one, which was adorable and is absolutely not at all what it's called in this booklet. So, cuddling is called embrace. And so the action is to adore. And the matching suggestion, probably like what you can do as an active doing, like thing that you do, like your active stuff, is to show affection, but you should do it while dreaming. Okay, draw your desires closer with love and appreciation. Dreams are the guiding force of life. Align your intention. I'm very giddy. I'm sorry, but this collective, you are giddy. You're very giddy. It's a very cute word, and it means, you know, like, haha, like, I don't know, like it's beautiful, but it's like, it's very giddy, this feeling. Okay, so dreams. Yeah, they are very much connected here. Okay. Draw your desire closer with love and appreciation. Dreams are the guiding force of life, and you were told to keep dreaming. Dream on, la la dee da da. I can't really remember the rest of it. Dream on. Dream on. I do remember that part though. I can't really remember which song this is even. It's probably Dream On. I'm gonna go for that. Anywho, so, dreams that align your intentions and wishes with the outcomes because now it's like this, so I'm going to have to put it here. Okay, can you see it better here as well? Oh my god, yes you can. This is amazing, this is marvelous. Okay, so, align your intentions and wishes with the outcomes you hope for. Yes. You should walk forward in life towards what you want and not kind of away from what you don't want. That's no way of guiding yourself. That's like saying, I do not want to travel to X or Z or Y. Well, it's better like, I don't want to be like someone I know. Like, usually that's like a parent. I want to be better. I want to be different. I don't want to be like X parent. And so instead, what you do then is you're focusing very hard on not being your parent. And what happens? You always stare in the direction that you focus, so you're going to end up like your parent. And that's okay, because you guess what? Like, so long as you are alive, you can course correct yourself. It's fine. We all stumble and we all fall. And yes, now then, after you've stumbled and you fell and whatnot, you can align your intentions and wishes with the outcomes that you hope for instead. Reflect on what it feels like to hold, caress, and nurture your desires or dreams. Embody the you within those dreams. Rumi, I never saw that one. Oh, but my nephew was telling me it was a good one. And my sister and well, my nephews on her, like her children, apparently also love that one. I should watch it. But I don't know what the movie is called. It's something about demon hunters or something like that. But I remember Rumi was a name in there. But I don't know who Rumi is here or even there, truthfully. Anyway, Rumi reminds us to know what we truly seek. Create a stronger magnet by extending love to all who cross your path and to all that holds meaning for you, thus enhancing your magnetic field and allure. Visualize what you want. It's the dreaming thing. It's the exact same thing. So visualize what you want. Let your mind see the results your heart craves. Taste it, smell it, as if it is already in your hands. Act as though you've already achieved your dreams. Soon you will claim it, hold it close to your heart, and cradle your dreams and longings securely in your soft yet capable hands. I like that they were underlining these. Yeah, my hands might be soft. They're not quite right now because I have like winter eczema or whatever that thing. No, but I put some moisturizer. It actually worked. Nice. Anywho, so you can have capable hands even if they're soft, apparently, according to the Chinese translation over to English. Let's just continue. Let us see. Feel embraced by the divine cosmic forces. Allow yourself to stretch to the brink of exhaustion in the presence of creative oracles. Maybe you're supposed to be card reading. I don't know. I was just thinking, but this is oracle-y stuff. And the Twitch channel that I went into, she was not. As I know, at least. She was more of a diversity gaming streamer thing. But her icon and everything, that was very, like, witchy vibes. It was so cute. It was adorable. And the colors were amazing. And there were stars everywhere. And other stuff, sis. Like, it was so amazing. You should go and check it out if you can find her. Celestial something. But I don't remember what, sadly. Blah, blah, blah. Where are we? exhaustion, blah, blah, blah. Release your wishes with the same carefree intimacy our feline friends teach us so well. Encircling inner energy ignites the flaming passions of your heart. When you move freely in the space of love, a simple gesture can unleash astonishing power. Wow, that's amazing. This is great for this collective. I'm just, no, I'm not supposed to be taking any more from these. Okay, but it's the right time for this collective to start dreaming and stuff and do the thing. So I'm sensing, like, start designing your life right now. Okay, that's good, that's beautiful. I'm thinking and sensing and whatnot, whatever marvelous words I can come up with now. It has to do with walking towards love. Because again, I usually do love readings, and I'm now sitting here and being like, this reading mostly just seems to be telling you to do it because it's the right time right now. Wait, I just want to drink a little bit. Which is okay. This is all amazing. So what is stopping you? Well, it would be the same thing that was stopping me earlier, I suppose. I'm thinking. I want these, but I'm feeling attracted to the other tiny green ones. Actually. Nope, we're gonna go for these. So we're gonna go for the tiny bunnies, because I love them. Like these. Oh no! 5 of Cups. Oh, it's not part of your reading, actually, but it's... 5 of Cups is still... Like, it's focusing on negatives. And not seeing what is still left. But it's not actually part of your reading. However, I did ask what's stopping you, and this did come out. So it's either something that you're now done with that part, or it's like it's kind of still there, like that anxious thing, that I was doing, like, oh, is everything perfect here? Is everything perfect here? It's like you're focusing on the negatives instead of looking around and noticing all the things that makes it very clear that you're ready now to, for me, push the tape button, like start recording. So if you focus on that instead, then you wouldn't be focusing, because again, like, there are 2 cups standing in 5 of Cups. 3 cups have fallen over. Yes, that's sad, and that's painful, and that's very, well, all of those words. But you still have 2 cups standing. But I'm sensing this is like you're getting out of this, because the real, like, vibe for this collective is 2 of Wands. Like, very much so. It's, you're ready to start moving now. You haven't done it yet, but you're ready. Or you're causing. 2 of Wands is, or like, it's more of getting ready, to be honest. But it's still what I'm sensing here. It's checking that everything is in place, but you're not taking that first step quite yet. However, it is the right time to do so. Everything is in order right here and right now to do so. And again, it has something to do with love. I'm not sure. Whoa, okay. I got... this is like... I just kept it because it's so gorgeous. But it's I just look at it as a Joker card because it's the Luna Lapin deck, like a mini version of it. But this isn't actually part of the anything. So for me, it's like an ace. So you got an ace up your sleeve. I don't know what that is, but you got an ace up your sleeve. And look at that. It's the silver moon inside of you. That might be the ace up your sleeve then, like your dream. Like, you can, if you can visualize it, if you can act in accordance with this, like as if it was already yours. What we mean by that is, you know, like you put on the clothes for the job that you want, right? But what we mean with it isn't that you are now going to be dressing up as, I don't know what you want to be the most. Like, let's say that you wanted to be, I don't know, like a clown. That's what you wanted the most. And you were currently working as someone who works with numbers and economy and whatnot, like at a corporate firm. You don't have to dress up as the clown. For that is the job that you desire, after all. When you're like going to work at your other job and stuff like that, that's not really what we mean. It's not putting on a performance. Because that wouldn't necessarily, maybe it would, I'm not sure, but it wouldn't necessarily, at least, convince yourself emotionally that this is yours now. Because if anything, you'd be starting to get questions and stuff, and that could be hard, I suspect, to like stand your ground in. But it might also be effective. I'm just sitting here thinking, both are possible. But choose what kind of fits you the best, sort of, maybe. Anywho, my point is, you act in accordance with it. So you figure out what would this person, this version of you, how would they spend their day, for example? How would that version of you prioritize? Stuff that they are doing, stuff that they're not doing. You really need to figure out who this person and version of you are. And it's the right time to do so right here and now. Dream it up and make an actual plan. Start acting in accordance with it. And let love guide you, and also your inner, the sun, which will lead you to your inner silver moon in one way or another. Which is adorable. Let's just see if any more cards are popping out here. Whoa, yes. Let's see if any more wish to come out before I put away this deck. No, not really. Okay, let's see. This one just fell all the way over. So let's see what you wanted to say. Whoa, okay, look at that. It's the Hierophant. Why are you upside down? I don't actually do that with these. Maybe I did. Whoa, look at that. You also have, like, I turned it over and whatnot. So undercurrent is King of Pentacles. So it's about, like, you know, stability and whatnot. But this is the Hierophant. You also get that one. Here. But he was upside down. But he also fell all the way over there. So, like, away from the rest of these things that are like situated here, and then we had a Hierophant flying over there. And what I am sensing is walking away from something that was very, or that's the Two of Wands. I will show you guys the image I have in my head when I'm saying Two of Wands. Do I have like just a very simple traditional tarot deck here? No, I don't, but we'll use this one. See if I can find it. I have one behind me. It's just, because I usually do not use just a very simple one. It's not because I dislike it or anything. It's just like, you know, I have different decks that I like more. So I choose them, you know? But without that one, I wouldn't have gotten into it. So I'm very thankful for it. Quite literally, I think that would be my first tarot deck. Well, not that one specifically, because that one I actually gave to my mother. But my very first deck. But I got the exact same copy because of the book. And then I lost the book. It's so sad. It's a very good deck, though. I might actually go and have to find it, because I can't even find Two of Wands in her. It didn't want to show itself. Oh, wait, I can find it here instead. This one is perfect. But then I could just find it in the book. You know what? I'm going to do that. That's quicker. I'm not going to go through all of these cards. There's almost like 100 cards in the tarot deck. Let's see. Here. Okay. So this one, right? Amazing. Little book. Let's see. We have not cups. We want wands. And we have coins. Oh, the wands are in the very back on this. Oh, that's true. Okay. 3 of wands. Here we have it. 2 of wands. So this is not the one that I was seeing in my mind. But you see, this is Janus, by the way. So he has one eye towards the... one head that looks towards the past. One head that looks towards the future. While, in this though, he is also taking one active step into the present. This is actually Janus. He was actually, I can't remember exactly how or why, because it's a very long time ago, but this is actually also, we were talking about Janus for some reason. If anyone knows why, tell me. But we were talking about Janus for some reason when in my law studies. But I don't know if he is tied to something that has to do with legality. I'm not sure. Anywho, so also look at this. So in the past, he has this this wand that he is holding. And then he holds the key to the future as well. This is like his walking stick. So he's done all of this, which has led him to here and now. And his here and now, plus, you know, all that he did not past, but like all that he did do previously, is the reason that he holds the key to his future. But that's also a thing, like he holds the key to his future. So he can decide to unlock the doors that will unlock for him, is what I'm sensing. Because what else would you do with a key? Like, honestly, you can't throw it at, like, the door. I'd be like, sesame, open. Or rather, you can't unlock a key you can't unlock a door where the key does not fit, but your history will showcase to you where you should be heading. And your present will showcase your, not options per se, because you can always create more options. It's like focus and stuff, you know. Where are you focusing? Are you focusing on what could be, like dreams? Are you dreaming and hoping? Or are you focusing on like all of the bad stuff? Because you can also get stuck, you know, here and be indecisive, because that's also a thing. You can get frozen and stuck with the 2 of wands. Like I was earlier today when I was like, I'm not sure, and I really need to just like push the button, start recording, and then we're recording, then we're going around. No, not around, but then we're like doing the thing. But you can get frozen in indecisiveness if you are too attached to what was, and to I want to say attached to what could be / should be. Like its story. It's when you are being, if your focus is too much in the past or too much in the present or too much both those places, you don't actually live here and now. You get frozen, right? With indecisiveness. You can get, at least. And so what I do, quite literally, what I do is I will reach out and I will touch something and like knock on it, or like I will feel that I am present in the here and now to drag myself out of my head, whatever that is. And I will remind myself that I am here and now, and everything that was has led me to this place, and I am truthfully unendingly grateful to be where I am. And I'm not lying when I'm saying it. I can feel it. And that makes it so that you're not so attached to the stories of the past or the present, no, not the present, but or the future. But it also means that then you're not so attached to the stories of the present. because the present kind of seems expansive. More like walking out the door on a bright, sunny summer day as a child. And it's just like adventure lies ahead of you. Nothing is truthfully defined. Yeah, I mean, of course, like you have stuff, sis, because like you've lived, but it doesn't actually stop you from also just living here and now. That would be the core thing that I'm sensing for this one. I will read it though, since we've gone so deep into it. So keywords, it's decision, cooperation, and opportunity. So the symbolism. Janus, that's what I said. The two-headed god of doorways. Ha! He is! He's a god of doorways. No wonder he has a key. And also transitions. Ha! Transition is coming. Or like you have the option and it's the right time to do so. Harvest and celebrate. Progress. Informed by the past. Yes! That's what I said. Okay. So, staff, and key. Together they symbolize travel and the ability to open any door. Whoa, that's even better than what I said, I'm just saying. So, a potential connection and exploration. And then we have grapes and wine, that's over here. Wow, I love that, grapes. These are also very dark. So they have tons of antioxidants in them. The darker, the more antioxidants. But also, there are other things that you should probably think about when it comes to like food. Other than, okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I have a thing for like eating healthy. Anywho, handcrafted offerings, connection and celebration. Amazing. Now we have the laurel. We have that here, but also on Janus's heads, both of them. A well-known symbol of victory. Yes. Recognition of achievement. Victory. So I'm also then, instantly my brain was guided towards the Six of Wands, which is the victorious one, right? Harbor. There's a harbor. There's also ships and stuff here, but like there's a harbor behind Janus. Commerce, whatever. Trade and merchandise. Journeys. This is exciting. Okay, reflections. This is important for you guys. Reflections. What do I plan to accomplish? What exciting challenges do I face as I stand on this threshold? What can I see both before and behind me? What is currently in transition? Do I need to travel to find more opportunities? And then we have a little bit here. It says Italy here. And okay, so the setting is meant to be in Italy, but the mythology is Roman. They do this with all of them, the things. So Two of Wands represents planning, travel, and crossing a threshold to a new adventure. Yes! How fun is that? This is amazing. I really like this reading. Ha! This is gorgeous. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put this back. And then I had that in my mind. So for me, it's it's like walking away from something that was... There are keys here as well, by the way. But the Hierophant, he is like structure and order. He like structures the values and the more esoteric stuffs and the intuition into... I don't want to say plans. It's more like, structuring them into rules, sort of, to abide by. And then these are his two tiny disciples, and you can see him being all grand over here and blessing them with all of his knowledge and stuffs. And that's marvelous, but when you choose something that doesn't align with you to begin with, or also something that just doesn't align with you anymore, because we grow and evolve, hopefully, most of us. Otherwise, if you don't, then you're kind of making sure that you are not, one way or another, because the natural way of things is change. Also for us, we don't remain the same at all, honestly. But This is walking away from something that wasn't or isn't right for you, but you're on the threshold of a new journey that can start. But that's sort of what the first card you got is saying. Like, it is the time now. It is the right time now. I want to check. Because with these, I was asking what is sort of stopping you. Wasn't I? Yes, I was. And then... Okay, so that makes sense. Then it's like, because it's not easy walking away from even things that don't necessarily make sense anymore. That's not easy. Even when you're excited for what the future could bring, it's still not easy. But then there was also this, the King of Pentacles, which I just see as the best king of the kings, because he's grounded, and he is like, they're all loyal, but this one is like, he's very loyal, but he is also very focused on the material realm. He's also part of the slower realm within the tarot deck, because it's the energy of, well, the pentacles, the coins, but material, not wealth and stuff like that, but the material realm. And it takes a bit of time for what we dream to come into fruition, right? For it to start existing around us, which is why we start changing ourselves internally first. We start acting and behaving in alignment with what it is that we, or rather how we wish our external to look and feel and be. So I'm sensing also the whole the material realm would be holding you back then, either because, and you're also specifically being asked to dream more, bigger, and act in alignment with your dreams and your hopes. And specifically, I'm quite sure it said love, the Chinese translation thing with like the cuddling and the dreaming card. And also finding this moon by following the sun. So you might be tied then to the material in one way or another. Material realm. It's still holding you back a little bit. Either because you fear, or you're a bit unsure, at least, about the stability of your situation. Should you, oh, I don't actually have the card, that's true. But like with the card, the Janus card, should you then do the jump? Like actually walk into the adventure that you are, according to this, ready for now. Like it's the right time to do it, if you so desire. Or it could also simply be that there is like your material realm right here and now is holding you back then for some reason. It could be both. For this collective, it could be both. Both would probably be correct, since I'm going back and forth. I want to, oh, we're going to do these. Okay, nice. I like these too. I don't use these enough. So it's these. They are, there was a card, but oh, this just fell out. Nice. Number 6. Oh, it's a fish. Let's see. I want the book for this. are you at? Ah, there you are at. Nice. So in this one, I'm going to find the card first, and then I'll showcase the, well, the explanation, and then I'll showcase. Oh, so this one fell on top of the the dreaming card, which was actually, no, that was dreaming also in there. So yeah, this one fell on top of that, and it's number 6 for those that are into numbers. And it's called Innocence. Oh, we're going to the... Okay, remember how I talked about a child walking outside and all of that? This is referring to a child, innocence, like the childlike innocence. So, a child's innocence is precious, and parents hope that the roughness of the adult world doesn't intrude too soon. But innocence isn't just part of childhood. Trying to make a point here. Ha ha ha, it's almost as if I know what I'm talking about with these cards. Yes, I do though. This is great confirmation. So, yeah, but innocence isn't just part of childhood. Approaching the world from an innocent point of view means you assume the best will happen. Instead of, for example, assuming that the worst will happen, you will assume the best possible outcome for my highest energetic timeline, life, whatever, filled with the most amount of unconditional love that I receive and that I send out, filled with the most amount of unending gratitude that I receive and that I send out. You can assume that to be the present that you are now venturing into an adventure, a new one, and into that. That made no sense as a sentence. But you see what I'm saying. So, you know, that could be your approach. So let's see here. Innocent, well, from an innocent point of view, means you assume the best will happen rather than the worst. We all start out innocent. Give me a sec. Wait, give me one sec here. Yeah, we all start innocent, so give people the benefit of the doubt. Cynicism doesn't protect you, it just hardens your heart. Stay soft and vulnerable. Believe in the inevitable life-sustaining good. That's amazing. Okay, so we're going to read both the light and the dark, because one of them might resonate more with whomever is listening, you know, for the right collective, or also those who are just here for a general advice sort of thing or message. Light. If you have a decision to make it from a place of trust. So you don't trust here because it has been proven to be the absolutely only and best answer, or the absolutely only and best course of action. You just trust that the time is right. You just trust in the bloom. You just trust in this excitement feeling. You just trust in your own inner flame, your own intuition, your own self. You just trust yourself. You trust what you feel, and you trust what you sense, and you trust what you think, so long as your thoughts are not filled with anxiety. Very important. And then dark. Negativity isn't cool, except to other negative people. So you have to ask, do you want to be around those other negative people and be a cool child like those other negative people? Or do you want to be like a happy fairy, jumping around and like living your best life, while those other cool negative people are sitting and being very cool and negative and aloof and cohorting together over all of the negativity that exists in the world and in life and in whatnot in general, you know? I'm not gonna tell you what you should be choosing. I'm just gonna say one of them comes with fairy wings and fairy dust, and the other one comes with like dark corners and complaints. But I'm not guiding, I'm just advising. So, let's see. Yeah, that one jumped out. There's nothing more to be getting here. But the thing is, this is, I sense, a love reading. But it could simply be a love for life, right? I want to check this out a tiny bit, but I'm not sure which to use. Because again, there's this indecisive, but it's like electric. It's very nice. It's a very good feeling. It's just, okay, you know what? Everything is a bit like, I feel like starting a new adventure, and it's a bit exciting, and it's a bit scary, and it's a bit like, what am I walking into? And it's just like, it's very fitting because it's like spring coming back after a very long, cold and frosty winter. It's like spring is coming back, and the fire in your pit and in your soul is kind of relighting itself because of it. I really like this collective. This is nice. This is much better than I mean, I'm not saying that any of the collective readings are like worse or something like that. I'm very grateful that I can get to advice and whatnot everyone and all the collectives. It's just that it was very heavy yesterday. This is a very nice break from that. This is very life affirming. It's like, this is giddy. I like it. It's very nice. If this is like it doesn't really matter. I was like, if this is like a love reading, it's almost like having that feeling of a crush, but not so superficial, sort of. It's very nice. It's okay, not a crush. It's more like you just got together with them, sort of. And it's like you have that elated feeling. It's really beautiful. Anywho, so we're going to like check with these cards. You are asked to keep a positive mindset, you know, and know that the time is right. Walk towards your dream. You're already probably doing it, or you're already sensing it. Everything I say should resonate after all. And even if you're not, like if this is a general message, I feel like this is a general message everyone should be following. But 2 cards fell out on top of the Luna Lapin. And there's a hidden third. Nice. Oh, look at that. No, look at that. But look at that. The last card was this. The one that I was seeing, like the 6 of, but this is actually 6 of Swords, but the 6 of Wands, the victory one. Wait a sec, we're not going in on that one quite yet, because first we got this Queen of Swords upside down, and I'll show you guys how it landed. And then we also got, which is actually 9 of Wands, again upside down. And this one, it's Queen of Swords, but it's the Justice. And I was thinking about how the Hierophant, when I was talking about him, how the Hierophant almost creates the rules for the Justice figurine to like not make sure, but like you have to make sure yourself that you're behaving within not the justice system, of course, but like morally right and wrong. Otherwise, consequences. But the consequences is more the other one, which is judgment. And I see it as the karma card. So you did something and you got something. But with the justice card, it's more like right before you do something, sort of. It's like it's there. It's trying to guide you to act in accordance. It could, of course, be that there's some like moral issue. I'm saying everything for a reason. Like this, for either all or some of you guys within this collective, it's resonating. For me, it's just a general message, basically. But still, there's something about like the moral thing here. That you're walking away from, because that's what I was sensing too, because the Luna Lapin, right, followed the sun. This was, I'll show you guys, would this be correct? Yes. So it landed like so, except no, it landed like this. So but we're starting over here with the Queen of Wands upside down. So she is like, sadly she's a little bit like manipulative when she's upside down, because she has that silver tongue. She really can talk for herself. Like she knows how to bend reality with her words, is what I want to say. She's a great communicator, but you can also misuse that a little bit, like if you wish. So she's also a great manipulator, in the worst of ways she can be. But there is also the King of Swords is more on that one. But I'm sensing for this one, it's you have that energy, but then you also have the Justice. So it's again, I'm sensing with this, like it's the thing that you're walking away from. It's the thing that doesn't really fit you. So this might be a person or it might be a voice in your head. I don't know. But this is someone who has made sure with, I wanted to say words and action, but her realm is really words. However, with justice, also actions, right? That you were acting in accordance with a moral code or a conviction or something, but that thing didn't actually align with you, now at least. And then here, this is actually 9 of Pentacles, like the background. But then we have 9 of Wands, and 9 of Wands is 9 of Wands is when you are sort of holding down your ground, like you're exhausted. You are so exhausted. When you've reached the 9 of Wands in the Wands story, you've given it all, but you're not surrendering. You're not giving up. Like, in fact, you'd rather die on this battleground than even move an inch. And in some cases that might be very good. Like it's you've got stamina. I'm thinking about the Sia song, like I've got stamina. Oh. But in this one, and there are tons of grapes and stuff there, which is great. Like this is really great. But what I was thinking is, but it's not. This is the grapes from the Janus. But the grapes are also abundance. However, when you look at this one, they have removed their gloves and are pained by the bird. So they're feeling the pain. They're bleeding even. What I am sensing is that the cost is very high for the abundance. So we're back to this then, with the King of Pentacles. And also the 9 of Pentacles is specifically, here, the background, 9 of Pentacles is specifically on your own. Sort of. It's not an energy where you're doing something together with others. It's like, these are the fruits of my labor. I've put down all of this work and now there's this abundance. But it's still like, it's very solo energy. It's thinking about a Swedish song. But I can't remember. I've been singing it. I think it was today or yesterday. But I can't translate it very well because I can't remember the song very well. But it's like, on my own. På egna ben. No, I can't remember. It's something like standing on my own 2 feet. It's a song about I can do life on my own. I don't... Wait, can you give me 1 sec? Because I'm sensing that I used to listen to it a lot at some point. It's a very long time ago though. Wait 1 second here. Let's see. På egna ben. What is this? I didn't even want to go. Ah! Rude? Okay, if it doesn't want to, then it doesn't want to. Then I'm not going to check it out. For those who wish to check it out, you can check it out. The details of it. But that would also probably mean that the details of that song might be relevant for some and not at all relevant for you other people. So don't check it out as a general one. Just check out Sia for the rest of you guys, you know? I've got stamina. I think there are several versions of that, so just find your favorite. But anyway, so like the cost is very high for the abundance, but the abundance is there. And yeah, no, that's it. That's what I'm getting. But then this one has this other person. Oh, it also has lilies. Is that lilies? I think so. That's like a bouquet anyways of flowers. But like this is... The swords, when you have swords, you're trapped in your mind. Six of Swords is actually travel. It's moving away from something that has been mentally exhausting. It's like moving away from the battleground, basically, and moving into much calmer waters. But this one comes with the victory feeling of Six of Wands. But, and I really like this one. I'm going to show you guys, because this one also has this little child that follows along, and this is the child from the sun card, and you were supposed to be following your sun to find your inner moon, or like follow the sun to find your inner moon. And this is your childlike energy. Your childlike energy is your sun. No matter what all of the rigid things and whatnot are saying, no matter what the abundance you're surrounded with looks like, feels like, whatnot, listen to your inner child. Where do they want to go on adventure? Find that spark and kindle it. Because doing so will lead you, one for one, like to yourself as you are now, not defined by the moral codes of someone else or society in general. Even if that gives you like abundance and stuff, it comes at a price that is quite high to pay. Because it comes at the expense of you and yourself. And following your sun, I am sensing, but I will of course, I'm going to check. But I'm sensing that that's what actually is going to lead you to victory. However, victory might not look the way that you thought it would look. Because if you have changed, why should also not I wanted to say the visions and the stories and the dreams and the whatnot change alongside you? That just makes sense. Follow your sun. Live a little. Live life. You only get one. And after this, it's done. Even if you believe in reincarnation, you don't come back as you. You only get this life. And then you can talk about having been Napoleon or whatever, but even if you were like Napoleon or whomever in like your last life, how does that affect you here and now in this life? Like, it's the beautiful story, but what are you living? Kind of. What's your actual life? But I want to check kind of like what could you be expecting by following your inner child, your sun, your excitement, your fire, life? Because of course it's leading you towards your inner silver moon or something like that, which is intuition and stuff like that, by the way. But which deck should we go for? What can you be expecting when you're following? Which deck is this? Nope, not doing that. What deck do we have here? Some of the decks are in front of each other, so I'm like, not completely. There's this indecisive thing. Oh, I mean, like, we started with Rose deck, so, and I've sensed love. So why not go for that one? This is the most gorgeous love deck I have anyways. Look at this. It's so gorgeous. We're gonna go with that one. This can be love romantic, but this can also simply be love of life. Or I'm sensing both, actually. Yeah, this is more than just... Because it's moving away from something that has been extremely suppressive. For your spirit, your soul, your expansion, your growth, and it might sound a bit weird when I'm saying go and find your inner child so that you can grow. I'm not saying like grow this little sucker up. And what I'm saying is that that's where your passion lies. And without that, you're not growing, because then you're stagnating. It's logical, but it's if you are not following your inner child, if you're not following your passions, if you're not following your desires, if you're not following your moral code and whatnot, what you want, then automatically you will be following someone else's. And that is not expansive for you. No matter how you twist and turn it, it will be helpful for the other person, but it's not even expansive for them. In some cases, it's even more of an enabling sort of dynamic thing, if it's a person, right? But you can only truthfully expand when you follow the doors that will open more easily for you. So that means, for example, like if you're in a job where you just can't grow, staying there longer and longer and longer, but this we're talking about like you've been there for quite a while already, right? And you might be receiving promises or like, yes, we're going to look into it, yes, we're going to do that, and yes, your skill sets are amazing and all of that. Like it's just so much is coming back, and like so many promises, but nothing truly happens. Then staying there longer isn't going to be helping you, because it's a closed door, right? So it's not going to be helping you expand. In fact, it's keeping you at a level. And you're being kept at that level for that company's sake, because that's more beneficial for them, one way or another. And that's the risk in general, that's the risk that we take when we decide to follow other people's inner compass and not our own. And it's not a very comfortable one. So let's see this then. Like if you follow your inner child, your inner sun, or like your sun, and then find your inner silver moon in Chinese. It's like, it's a poor translation, but that also makes it more fun. You know, it keeps me on my toes at least. Very good for like having to read intuitively as well. Although I do it automatically. So let's see, what could you be expecting then? Oh yeah, that's true. I also twirl these around at times. Let's see what's popping out here, because it's the right time now. That's a very important message. Like, you got the message from the very first card. It's the right time now. Do the thing. So, okay, we got one card. I just want to go through, like, see what falls out from this one. As it is. Only one. There might only be one. Wait. I'm sensing the song Only You, then Only You, because I heard it for not that long ago. And I'm feeling like that is going back to you. Like, only you can know and stuff. Look at that! It's Two of Swords upside down. Two of Swords is when you're stuck, right? It's it's kind of the Two of Wands, but you're stuck. And you're stuck in your head and your mind. It's your head and your mind that's stopping you from expanding, and it's stopping you from making a clear choice, and it's stopping you right now. And this is what you are going to then leave behind and walk into a more decisive yeah, I'm going to say that decisive way of living. Like you will start living with intention. And the intention is only you. It's not hedonistic in any way. It's just you are navigating life from yourself, from your compass. You're actually listening to yourself. And because you are actually listening to yourself and not your anxiety, not other people's dogmas and whatnot, and the rules and the restrictions and the morals and whatnot, because that's the thing, like, they're all made up. Yes, some of them just make lots of sense. Like, you know, you shouldn't be unaliving people, for example. It's not good. That's not good for your consciousness, and it's not good for society as a whole. And it's also like, if this was okay, then you need to know you'd be running that risk yourself as well from other people. Just saying. So some things make sense, but then you have other stuff, sis, that you truthfully, but you can also sit down and feel a little bit, like actually think about this one, actually feel into it and be like, yeah, that makes sense actually. But you should be doing that with everything, and I wanted to say everyone, like, you need to truthfully look at everything that is being put on you and said, this is the way, like, the world works. This is how it is. This is, like, you don't have to even consider anything here, because it is what it is, you know? I'm sensing the boys will be boys, but it's just not true. It's just not true. I don't mean that in a bad way here at all. I'm just saying the whole expression, for example, boys will be boys, is also demeaning towards the boys. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, you just came here like this. You have no hope of, like, turning into whomever it is that you want to be, because boys will be boys. It is what it is, you know. It's like, this is hopeless. But it never is. You actually have autonomy. And it's scary. Oh my God, is it scary to both know that and act in accordance with it? That's terrifying. It's terrifying for so many reasons. It's terrifying because it means that, firstly, you could actually truthfully steer your life towards wherever. Of course, you will have to follow the doors that open for you for it to actually move. Otherwise, you'll be stampeding like a locked door. You won't be making progress there, right? So you follow the doors that open. But what was I talking about? It was something. Maybe that was the only thing that I was supposed to be saying here then. I always take my ADHD brain running amok, like somewhere else, as a very good sign of, okay, in that case, you're living with intention. No, it was something about, like, you should be questioning everything and everyone and all of that, and which you should be. Like, just, it doesn't matter what I was going to say. Bring all of that internally, actually feel it, sense it, and listen to your intuition and whatnot, and be all, does this feel right and truthful to me? Because you know what's right for you, and you get to do, and that was the thing, because it's terrifying. Oh yes, that can be terrifying, because you can also have been stuck, and we've all been there. But you can also have been stuck for a while within whatever it is, like a specific, I don't know, something in your life, or like in general. But then we have to take accountability for the fact that we kept us stuck because we just accepted other people's dogmas and limitations, I'm going to say. We just accepted it. But we can accept that accountability without also starting a shame spiral. Because it just was what it was. And you made a decision at some point that made sense at that point. We all do the best we can at every given point. And that includes everyone around you, okay? So no, their decisions, their actions, their whatnot might not align with you and what you think and feel is right. And it might also not even align with what is best for you at all. But still, they are doing what is best for them in any given situation. Like, they're doing their best, not just like being egocentrical, but they are doing their best in any given situation. But just because they are doing their best does not mean that you have to be part of that their best. You need to figure out, is their best aligning with my best, like highest energetic life, right? Because you're not supposed to be changing other people. You can't do it, but also it's also belittling. That's kind of what this collective has been going through here, right? Because you've been like minimized and boxed into something that didn't even fit you, at least not right now anymore. Like the dogmas and the I'm sensing morals and stuff like that, right? The codes that didn't really fit you, but it fit whatever it is that you existed in. But I had something to say, but it disappeared, so it doesn't matter. Well, let's move on then. Like, don't judge other people either. It doesn't help you or your situation, and it doesn't do it. Like, unconditional love doesn't mean that you have to accept everything. You can unconditionally love someone and let them go. In the sense that it does not even like let them go. It's like, yeah, you can do that, but what I mean is they don't have to be part of your life. Lots of people have these things with, I'm going to say sadly, their parents, but it also makes sense in quite a lot of circumstances. But when you can, you truthfully should be looking into healing your roots, which again does not mean just because like it's easier to move away from shame and also shaming others and guilt and many heavy, more negative emotions. No emotions are wrong, okay? They're there for a reason, but that's the thing, they're there for a reason. So perhaps delve a little bit deeper than the uncomfortableness and maybe try and like work around that, figure that one out. However, my point was something that I forgot. If you continue down this path, if you accept the fact that the season now is in bloom right now, you're getting your spring early. This collective, you're getting your spring very early. It's almost a month earlier than everyone else, because like if you're in the northern hemisphere, that is, at least, because like that's not until next month in March. That's spring, but you're getting it in February. Whoa, that's amazing. But anywho, so like creations are realized, and it's the right time to bloom now and to harvest even. That's like that's even autumn vibes here. That's amazing. And then celebrations, and then we also have like this one. It's the right time to follow your sun towards your moon. But yes, and live with intention. You're going to get that. There's going to be so much less indecisiveness once you just do the thing. Because then you're doing the thing, and your conviction, that comes as you walk, not before you start walking. It will never come before you start walking. And you will never know the route, if it's a new route, you know, before you start walking. All of that comes into place, and it all like becomes apparent, and also starts making proper sense once you walk. I've done lots of improv, so I'm going to say that it kind of is like improv theater. So it's kind of like when you have an improv show, no matter if it's like a long form, short form, if it's like those competition things, it doesn't matter. You never, ever, ever have guidance towards like, how is this thing going to work out, or sketch or whatever. You don't know. And honestly, you don't even know who like, you know who you're on stage with most of the time, and you also know the name of the game quite literally, because the games have name. But that's it. Maybe you're very lucky and you get a location, or you get like an emotion, or you get like something. I'm going to say this, so that would be like, you know, if we're going to transfer it over to life, then that would be like, you know where you're at and you know what you're feeling. So try and like look into that. But from there on out, you get nothing. So you just start playing. You just start listening to your, like, I want to say stage partners. And you play with them. It's very important. You don't play against the people that you're having an improv scene with. You are collaborating. And whatever it is that they are throwing out, you will say yes and. Yes and. Because that's the most effective way of progressing a scene. It's the most effective way of progressing in life, like the Yes Man movie with, I don't remember the actor's name, Jim Carrey. I mean, that's a bit extreme, but it actually does underline a very good point. That is following the doors that open towards you effortlessly. However, you do also get to have the discernment of, does this door align with how I wish to live my life, sort of. But my point was that at the end of an improv scene, it all makes sense. Always. Literally always. Because we are incredibly good at making sure that we find the meaning in things as humans. And what I am sensing is the best way you can look at your past while actually being present in your present, and therefore opening up for all of the grand blessings and abundance and whatnot that both exists here and now, but that also can then multiply and come in more in your life. Oh no, I had it, but then it dropped out of my head because I was thinking about the Janus card. What was I saying? Give me 1 second. It's just my ADHD being very ADHD right now. I feel like I was going to make a very good point as well. That sucks. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, because we find meaning and whatnot. So, yes. So, if you can look at it from a perspective of finding meaning. Not silver lining, but finding meaning. For example, the fact that you could not be right here, right now, as you are, unless you had, lived the way and whatever, made the choices and whatnot, fell on your face and then tripped up again. Unless you'd done that, you wouldn't be here as you are right now. And there are plenty of blessings in you being here as you are right now. If nothing else, then you had the experience of tripping and falling face flat down. And that could make for a good story. I don't know. Point being, there's nothing. Don't let the past keep you from moving very freely into the present, so that you can welcome your most aligned future by living as if it's already materialized in front of you. And it is the right time to do so, right here and now. Yeah. I think that's the reading, but I want to give you like an oracle card. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's from the same deck that we started with for some reason. I'm sensing, so we're going to do that. Let's see. So it's this one. Let's see if it wants to give us something. Otherwise, I'm going to... But there's a lot of just indecisive, like I am ready, but I'm not. It's this, but it's not. Let's see if it wants to share something. Oh, maybe it didn't. Let's see. No, perhaps not. I'll run through it once more. Maybe it was that one behind it. Ah, it could be. Or the romance and love. I have said that this feels like love, but it could also be a good combination, to be fair, like love of life returning. Oh, the mystic rose. Hey, look at that. This is so cute. This is gorgeous. Can you see it? So it says the mystic rose and compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. But that one landed on top of the two swords upright. No, upside down. And the whole, like, you know, living decisively. But also the Queen of Swords and... which was upside down. Wait, I made it not be upside down. Upside down and combined with justice, right? So the following of other people's moral code and rules, and so like boxed in by others and their way of looking at life, and then making sure that you're also following along that path. But this one landed on top of it. So what I am sensing is that when you do this, when you do sort of choose yourself, only you, like that song, only you, when you do choose yourself, you should show for the life that you have led. It's the thing that I said, like for the life that you have led, for the one that you were, but also for the people that exist right now around you. Even if situations or people and stuff might no longer align with you, you need to show compassion towards yourself as well as them. Devotion, that's to yourself. Humility, humanity, and grace. It's like not exiting with a big ass mic drop and like, I'm out, bitches. It's more like the thing that I said, where you know that you wouldn't be you unless you lived the life that you lived as you lived it. And without the people around you, you wouldn't be you. You've gotten so many gifts. Even the quotation mark negative things are gifts because they are experiences, you know? And I'm sorry, like, I'm washing some clothes. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's like the entire... It's shaking. Oh my god! I'm taking this as that, you know, your rocket is set into motion and now you can fly off. We were talking about that in yesterday's collective. Something about like using emotions as like your rocket launcher or something like that. But I want to check this one for you. Romance and love, and also no, yes, but no. We're done, but we're not. Okay, we're adding in this. It's the Jane Austen deck. Also roses. So that's where I wanted them. But this was pink and that's where I wanted them. Because the pink stuff is just like really screaming towards me. Pink might be your color right now. I don't know. Like there's lots of it here. Well, not so much. But there's enough, you know. Don't be greedy. So let's see. What do you wish to add to this? Let's see. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we got one. Let's see if there's any more that wants to come out. This one, though, nope, that's just this one. This one landed on top of the, like, the moon and the walking away from, like, the queen and the abundance and, like, into victory. Follow your sun and then you find your moon. Sort of. And also with the mystic rose. Look at this. Ah, innermost home. It's like you finding yourself. Each house or estate reflects its owner, but it is you. What I'm sensing before I'm checking this out is the fact that you can find yourself only within yourself, but also whether or not you are living in alignment with yourself will showcase outside, like on your physical vessel. Like your meat suit, sort of. And it does, like, it showcases itself in, like, stress or sickness, like all of those, when you're far too activated in your nervous system. I always talk about it, but it does. It doesn't have to be like activated in your nervous system and all of that, but that's what I sensed. Let's see here though. Innermost home. Wait. While I read, I can hold this up for you. So, if houses and estates seem to illustrate social status and class privileges, like the Pemberley estate belonging to Mr. Fitzwilliam Darcy, they also harbour secrets, suspicions, gossip, love affairs, reputations. Nobody knows what really goes on between the walls once the curtains are drawn. But one thing is certain. Our home reflects more of us than we realize. Is it tidy or messy? Are there cluttered corners, unused junk? Every room in your home represents a part of you. Your history, your feelings, your vision of the future, and your past. Putting a room in order also means getting rid of things that no longer make sense. Yeah, it's the thing, like it's where you're at right now. That makes sense. Designing spaces means harmonizing your energy with that of the place, updating and making changes. Changes you may have recently made in yourself. If you think of your home as your inner garden, you'd be surprised to discover all it can reveal about you. Yes, of course, it's all, I'm seeing that, but no, this is tied to, like, the past. What do you bring with you? What do you not? And you should showcase appreciation for all of it. It made sense at some point, even if it doesn't make sense right here and now. But also tidy up. Like, this could be a literal thing. You would know if this hits a chord or a string or whatever. You will know. But it's more of the. I've been using, because I do acting, right? Well, sometimes. But I've been using the sort of like black box it down. So that means basically how little can you tell, how little do you need to actually tell your story? Like if you strip it down to the bare bone, then can you still get the story told, sort of? But in this case, it's more of if you go down to the bare bone. I think what I'm saying is like not correct when I say bare. I think it's the animal, but like, you know, strip it down to the bone. If you can strip it down to the bone. Oh, no, like that. Okay, it's the essence of you. That's what I'm sensing with what I'm trying to say. So I'm not even sure if this doesn't matter. If you strip away everything, what is your essence? What are you left with? What is you? And what is just for show, like ornaments? What is just untidy stuff that you brought with you from like way back when, but you could never really get rid of it? I'm talking about now inside, like in your psyche, in your internal rooms, like your mind palace, sort of, like internally. And also the stories then that you tell yourself, the stories that your ego is keeping up. But at the core essence of it, who are you? Who are you? Who? I really want to know. I'm not sure why we have this though. Doesn't matter, because I'm going to pull from these. Why? No? I'm so indecisive with the cards. I feel like we're done. It's just that I need to... We're taking these. these final cards. Because I feel like we're done, but it's just like that one was a bit... Maybe it makes sense for this right collective, but for me it didn't. In like the reading as a whole. But it doesn't matter, because it doesn't need to make sense to me. It needs to make sense to the right collective. But yeah, do inform me if you got something. If you got it. But okay. Oh, let's see. Ooh, what is this monster? The Punisher. Oh no. Perchta. She looks very angry. I'm going to shuffle through it once more though. Let's look at it. Good. She landed with the Mystic Rose and also the getting out of the indecisiveness and into like living with intention and choices and like focusing on you and stuff. Let's just see. Is there any more that wish to come out of here? No. I'm going to shuffle it once more because I feel like there should be one more card, but there might not be. In that case, you might get a different deck as well for like a last card. I'm not sure why. I'm sensing I need one more. But that could also be like the indecisive energy that's been. Oh my god, that almost hit your flame. Huh. Baba Yaga. Whoa, it's not actually that, but you know it's Baba Yaga though. Which I have no idea why, but I've been thinking about her a lot. There's this contraption. It's the movie, the Ghibli movie. Howl's Magical Castle? I'm not sure. That's like a castle, and it was almost like a mechanical Baba Yaga. What was what I was thinking when I saw the feet of the castle. I'm not sure I'd call it that, but you know, your home is your castle, apparently. So that's a very open definition. That would include lots of stuff, sis, and it could definitely include that as well, I suppose. But okay, so we got two. Wait one sec. And this one, Baba Yaga, actually landed on top of the innocence card, like this one, which was talking about, like, you don't have to be a child to have childlike, it said innocence, but it's like excitement for life. You can also be an adult and do the exact same thing. But these are two monster cards. So first we got Perchta. I can't. Perchta? It's probably not supposed to be said English. Oh, look at that. You got her here. The Punisher. Let's see. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so it says overworked, perfectionist, and punishment. I think this is what... Okay, let's just read it, because I'm sensing like with the whole... Because it was also with the Queen of Swords, but she was right under the Mystic Rose, like... Because this is... With the Mystic Rose, just rewind, but it was about exiting your current situation, right? And we also talked about like how to do it, like do it nicely, sort of. And for you, keep yourself in focus. Not because you're so egocentric, but because this is how you live your life. And you don't have to be rude to do that, kind of, if that makes sense. It doesn't matter. But then you also have this one where I was like, but the cost is so high. There is all of this abundance, but the cost is very high. You're paying a blood price, like, because there's blood here, right? But then this one landed with that, which says overworked, perfectionist, and punishment. And I never like punishment. Of course, I don't like punishment, but I don't necessarily believe in it, and I study still actually law. Yes, of course, in certain, but if you're outside of the legal system, of course I might be very wrong, but I'm just saying, like, punishment, that's the harsh. Anywho, so, her story. This one, the Pershta. Can you see here? Yeah. Coming from the oral traditions of Bavaria, whatever, and Austria. The streamer, she was from Austria. The one very beginning, she was from Austria. The other celestial girl. Ah, there you see. Pershta is a Yule. She has to do with Christmas. Cool. This is so cool. I've never heard of her before. She's a Yule demon. Okay, so Christmas. Who rewards the most domesticated homes. What? This is also like, this also, it aligns with this. What the? Everything I said about this, it was the internal though, okay? Just like, this is important. What? Okay. This is very much synchronizing. That's good. That's good. This is magical. Anywho, so, she rewards the most domesticated homes with silver, but tortures and kills wayward women and children. Why so gender specific and age? Weird. And also, how do you define domesticated? Like, I might not be for judgment, no punishment, but I am very much for, if you're gonna like use definitions for stuff, you define the definitions. Okay, anywho, card meaning. You have not been allowing yourself time to appreciate or celebrate your achievements. Are you chiding yourself, being rude towards yourself, or someone else, for supposed laziness, and not allowing yourself to stop? Withholding rest from yourself is a recipe for disaster. But I'm not sensing just a rest, it's the arrested nervous system. Because that's what I talk about a lot, So then you're in constant go mode, like you're in constant activation, you're in constant, for example, vigilance or something like that. So, her advice. Perchta's appearance is asking you to evaluate the ways in which you punish yourself for not meeting unattainable and exacting standards of perfection. There is no quicker way for complete stagnation than asking for perfection. You will stand still if you're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect. That's what I was talking about in the beginning as well. Yeah, you will stand still if that's the thing. Like you will. So whose standards are these? And that's the thing that we talked about, because you're like, because that's the thing too. If you cannot wait for the perfect moment when you're still, strictly speaking, within the standards of those around you, or of who you used to be. Like the Hierophant card, upside down. Morals and dogmas and whatnot, but they're not yours in the beginning. So are you also then, you're kind of waiting for the perfect moment within rules and whatnot that aren't even yours. They're not aligning with you in the first place. So perhaps listen to your inner fire and spark and follow your sun, because it says that the right time is now. Don't wait for perfection. Anywho, so whose standards are these, and could you let those go? And then we have Baba Yaga, which landed on top of your childlike innocence, right? Come on, Baba Yaga. Okay, she's very cool. Whoa, look at that. Complexity, insurmountable odds, and currying favor. Baba Yaga is also the 3 of Wands. So right after Janus, Baba Yaga's card comes. But in that one, you are starting this adventure. Like, you've actually taken the first step. And yes, it's a as with any walk, it starts with the first step. But it doesn't end there. And usually if you're going on an adventure, you're going to be taking lots of steps. So, you know, it's a long way from the beginning to the end. So make sure that you like the road you're walking on more than, and that is motivating you much more than the, I'm going to say, potential end point. Because who knows, like, stuff could happen. Maybe you end up on a different end point. But enjoy the road that you're walking, because that's your actual life. The road, not the pit stops or the end point. End point is death anyways, guys, please. So you very much should be enjoying the road that you're choosing to walk. Anywho, so let's see this though. Insurmountable odds, currying favor. So Baba Yaga is a boogie woman. Sorry, but I'm thinking about like boogie something. I can't remember what it is, but it's like a song. Boogie. It's like a 70s song or something. Of Slavic mythology, who asked heroes and heroines, whatever, alike to do complex tasks to gain her favor or perish at her hands. So, the card meaning. You are in a one more or one up situation as you manage a busy schedule. You might feel a persistent need to impress if you are under the influence of a taskmaster. It's killing your inner child. No! And your childlike innocence. No! Okay, so influence of a taskmaster, which is the Queen of Swords, you know, upside down, and also the, which could be your inner voice. Like, it could be an inner voice. It doesn't have to be a situation. Well, I said it for a reason, but like, it doesn't have to be a situation or a person, but it could also be just like an internal voice that you've kind of been bringing with you from childhood, like an indoctrination sort of, kind of like we all indoctrinate our children with their morals and their conscious, not consciousness, but like they're conscious. It's an echo of the words that you have been told up until the age of around 7. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't expand anymore, but that's the theory. And we also all do it, so it's a bit important to know what you're saying and doing, because words are not enough when it comes to like children specifically. It's also what you, but not the consciousness. That would be, no, it would still be what you're doing. Like, it's a good combination. Doesn't matter. Anywho, point being, when you're in this one up situation or one more situation, like it's never ending. It's just one more request, just one more power struggle, just, oh, I did this, so you did that sort of situation, you know? That is murdering your son and your childlike innocence. But anyway, so you believe that relentless effort will yield better result. So it's like, I threw all of this on you and it didn't work. What if I throw even more on and at you? It should work then. Or kind of like, I am in this situation and no matter how much I pour into it, and I've poured quite a lot, it just will not, like for example with a, I don't know, like it's like, whatever. I cannot get it to like bloom. But hey, if I pour even more, then it might. And maybe, but that's literally standing at a closed door. But you also got, without getting it even, Janus, which holds keys to anything that, well, the key can fit into, at least. It said like anything is possible or something like that, but, and I'm not saying, but it's murdering your inner child and your son. Okay, her advice: simplify your life. Oh, it's the black box thing that I said. So find your essence, by the way, also. Baba Yaga Baba Yaga. Okay, Baba Yaga's presence can mean that an increasing number of errands, tasks, and favors you need to perform are piling up. You very likely need to let go of some of them if you want to feel good about any of them. Oh, with the Perchta and the innermost home. Okay. Now we're getting it. Now I'm getting it here. You're spreading yourself very thin right now. It's shaking again. That's not a good thing. You shouldn't be... shake up your life. Shake up your world. And simplify. There was something I said. There's a short of it, because I did it during like a live reading, where it was something about like, you know, just throw everything off the table so that it's clean, and then very intentionally look at every single thing that you then test. I'm going to say check, rather, if should be put back on the table or not. Go down to the very core of everything and go through everything. What aligns with you now? Because it is the right time to do that. And in this process, you should be following your sun, which you do by following your dreams. And like, what is your dream life? What does it look like? Following your inner fire, follow love, but like love for yourself and love for life and being alive and feeling alive. And walk a path that is worth walking. Not because of the potential end stop, not because of the potential pit stops, but because the path itself is worth walking. But now that you're going to be changing path, you might need to strip down a little bit then on, like, I don't know, maybe it is responsibilities, maybe it is the clutter in your head, maybe it is everything, maybe it's more. For the right collective, you will know. And if you don't, sit and think about it a little bit, like not ruminating. It's like literally going, how do I move from this path over to my path? Only you. Like the song, only you. I don't know the lyrics of it, I can't remember it. But I'm thinking about like you. It's the focus on you. And follow your intuition. You will know. Yes, this has been your reading, and it's long again. Doesn't matter. We expanded and extended for good reason, I believe, and I think, and I am convinced. So I wish you guys a lovely rest of your day, evening, or morning, or anything in between any of those things. And I'm just going to check that my mouse is working. It is not, but it is now. And until we meet again and see again each other or whatever. So, mwah.